Who would like to bring us all up to speed for? Oh, actually, I would like to say that uh, both Rainier and Zol uh, will receive inspiration from their. I liked the journal, the field reports, and the journal of Zol. Um,
I when I saw the field report, I was like, oh, I'm gonna have to like I was gonna try to do like a recounting of the event, and I'm like, nah, fuck that. Like the field report is very good. It's just
yeah,
like, here's what it was, here's how we did it.
yeah,
It's so hard to do the field reports because they are so utilitarian, and I'm not used to writing like that.
That's see, I had to write the exact opposite, just nothing but flowery bullshit in like a pseudocode that only he like finds meaningful.
Yeah, that comes easy to me. The other thing was really hard.
It's a good like that's gonna stand as like the this is how it happened. It's fairly like nice time capsule.
yeah.
Yeah, I think that's how I'm gonna do them. Like, I'll do journal entries whenever I feel like doing them, but like for big shit that feels like he should have a report on, I've got to actually put in the fucking effort for
Yeah,
it.
yeah. I can tell you, there are those in the church that would like to see these reports as well to be like, what have you been doing out in the
Yeah,
lot,
that
you
was
know?
exactly the context. I can't imagine he's actually a journaling dude. Like the purpose of it is explicitly utilitarian to leave like in the like leave for the church
Mhm.
for others to come by and learn from too. So
Feels like a, in case I die, somebody take this book and hand it to the nearest church so they can learn from what happened.
yeah,
So
he
yes,
had to learn from somewhere, and it had to have been the same thing from someone else. So
yeah. Yeah, I love it. So both of you take inspiration, and who would like to bring us all up to speed, also for inspiration? It can be one of you as well.
I'll take it. um, we started in the Elven encampment. I don't recall if we had gotten a name for that location. I don't think we did, but just this little commune um, that reported, just as the other travelers had, that a pack of gnolls has come down from the plains and has been picking people off. Uh, the I listed him as a captain. I don't know if he gave us a proper rank, but Smolder, the de facto like elf in charge, um, while giving us details, offered to take us to the Knoll encampment so that we could kind of see what we were dealing with. Um, Fortunately, he had magic to help us get there unnoticed, which certainly saved our asses. Um, and we discovered a very large pack of gnolls of some 50 who were in the midst of a blood rite to resurrect realistically their own leader as a denizen, or not as a chosen of Yinogu, uh, and we acted like honestly fairly quickly. We got a plan together pretty fast and decided to interrupt if possible. And we did a really good job of executing our plan. We stopped, or we killed the human ritual workers who were there as well. That's strange. Those were noted. We killed the Fang of Yinogu before it could like properly resurrect, crawl from the cavern of its own rib cage. Um, Killed a lot of young hyenas and gnolls, which I think all of us are fine with. And we're not fast enough per se to save the humanoid prisoners who had been taken and were being used in the ritual. And also in the process, a couple of hearts amongst our party stopped temporarily, but they
My
had,
throat was torn out.
yeah, temporarily.
Yeah, I got
Yeah.
better, but I didn't just die in my sleep.
No,
It didn't just gently go off.
no, it was horrific for the both of you, but it was temporary and incredibly temporary. The fleeting moments you had within your afterlife were not eternal, and we were returned to us, and we are now exhausted in the desolate, bleeding ruins that had been overtaken by the gnolls. Some of us in far better shape than others.
Yeah, there were certainly far more moments for one of you than the other.
2 turns, Ted. 2 turns. I'm fucking high-fiving through the air over here. Fucking 2 turns.
Yes, a very crazy series of events. Thank you very much for the recap. Take some inspiration. I'm gonna activate us onto the map.
Nice.
Um,
Ah,
that's right.
yes.
Ragnarok's passed out. That's right.
cool. You have just revived your party members. The field of battle is still and quiet. The maddening laughter of Smolder having quelled itself as they pick themselves off the ground and kind of look around for their the bow that they had dropped. They seem, as they do, they kind of like really take a moment to survey what has happened here. You know, they're standing in a giant scorch mark on the ground. There's blast marks from magic all over the place. You all are in a collapsed building where the roof had fallen in on this old place. Um, he doesn't say anything. He just turns and like looks at all of you. You know, you're all in this state of like, we just survived this, right? And there's this like acknowledgement of like, this could like thank God, thank the gods we are alive, but this was insane.
Do we think all the patrols came back during that? Or should we worry about stragglers?
I think we should be keeping an ear out anyway.
While laying down, Firm will begin. It's funny that he actually said this, but Firm will begin casting Tiny Hut.
I'm gonna cast a first level Cure Wounds on Firm. You can see Firm is also incredibly fucked up.
I mean, we could stay here for a while and wait and see.
Also, Firm would like to note he's not moving. He's not moving for nobody. So whoever wants inside is gonna have to be inside when it's done.
11 HP, Firm.
He raises a hand. He's like, "Thank you, Zal. Thank you."
Now Ember.
I will remind you that from you are free to do this, but you are in rubble and ruin, right? Like you will not find comfort in where you are, in the environment where you are, right? If
And
you were
he-
just staying in the rocks of this building.
That is okay. He is doing this more so we can he more so for him, but so everybody can sort of gather themselves in a safe spot.
Okay.
He's not worried about the comfort.
Okay.
Oh my gosh. Harmonious active whiz is incapacitated.
Are you seeing that weird thing on your screen again?
Yes, I am. I'm
Yeah.
reloading it again to see if it stops.
Okay.
That 6 is for you, Ember. Not very good, but
Oh.
I'm passing
That
out my
is-
first level spell slots just to give people some in case this goes again.
Speaking of
That
that,
is over double what I have.
Yeah.
So, or that over doubles what I have.
he will look to Zal and cast. Where's it at? Second. That one's for Zal.
Excellent. You see Smolder seeing you all, essentially like taking a moment for rest and recuperation. He walks over to the corpse of his enemy, the one that had been killing his people that you had so swiftly taken care of. You see, he just kind of like stares down at the large knoll for a while. Let's see, hawks one up and then spits it down into the ruined face of it, and then steps over to this rickety broken chair and just kind of like sits down in it. Just kind of like, he's a little bit in it, like in a sense of shell shock, right? Having survived this.
If you hear anything, let us know.
Sure. I mean, I don't know if there's more scouts out there, but there's a lot of dead gnolls.
Yeah, we're not in a position to gamble at the moment.
You see Ragnarok takes several steps forward and kind of looks around a bit. And he's like, I can keep watch. I feel great.
You know what? Proud for him.
You think it's worth going over the place before we, in case we do have to skedaddle? I think it's worth. I think it's worth it. I'm gonna.
Are you sure? You look like hell.
I feel like hell, but
We got
been worse.
10 minutes. We got
Didn't-
10 minutes. We can wait. We can wait.
Is it normal for my throat to itch?
Yes.
Is that gonna go away?
Couldn't tell you. I died to cold, so it was like numb all over, and that was pretty chill. She finger guns.
This is all like
God.
weekly finger guns back, like just can't even like muster a full smile.
Oh, for fuck's sake, death is no excuse. I'm gonna go look around.
All right.
Firm raises his arm. He's like, "Watch out! There's a trap door over here."
There must have been something I missed.
I'll get out and like follow Cal so he's not walking out alone.
Okay, sure.
Going with Ember.
I ask this every time, and I don't know why I can't remember it. Opaque means you can or cannot see through.
You can't. It's a one-way
You
mirror.
cannot. Yeah.
Okay. I'm sorry. I just can never remember.
Yeah, no, I'm with you on that because like it almost seems like you should be able to see through it, if it is opaque. But yeah, it's,
Okay,
it's
so-
like the reverse.
Okay, so nobody should be able to see me right now. Got it.
Yeah, but we can see your bubble, so we know where you are.
Ember,
That's
take a bardic inspiration, assuming you don't still have one.
I'm pretty sure I do not.
I think you used it. I got 2 more.
Those that are checking around, who is checking what?
I want to look at the area where the ritual was going on and check the bodies of those doing the ritual and of the victims that they killed in the process of doing said ritual. And
Sure.
just see what I can find.
Yeah. The nature of gnolls is not in creation; it is in destruction. They take what strengthens them and have no care for anything that really doesn't. They'll gather weaponry. They'll gather bits of armor off the fallen that they think can be put together in some way. Some are certainly smarter than others and are capable of, well, as you've seen, demonic acts of dark magic. You find that this camp being long abandoned, that there is very little here, simply due to the nature of the age of the place, that it would have been picked over many times by anyone who would have found it, and the gnolls themselves having no need for the material trappings that normal humanoids might want. They don't want gold or anything of value like that. They see no need for it. On the victims, they're wearing whatever clothing they're wearing at the time. There were 2 men, 2 females. They don't have anything on them. You can see the blood markings of runes on them. Do you speak Abyssal?
I do not.
Okay. Then you recognize, it's very clearly these are runic symbols of some kind, but they carry no particular meaning to you, other than whatever context you've gained from this encounter and in general. The ones that were doing the ritual, kind of larger looking gnolls, like larger than normal gnolls, which is a terrifying idea in general, in its own right. They have adorned themselves with skins and bones, making almost like a bone kind of clothing of sorts, right? All very raw and ritualistic. The things they carry with them, there's really it's like bone trinkets you think have a meaning to like the rituals that they are doing with them. It possibly is like maybe a spell focus that they use. But I mean, the things look gnarly and cursed in their own right. So unfortunately, you don't really find anything of use on the gnolls and the bodies around here. There's certainly like the gnolls themselves, like there's battered shields and rough glaives and rough weaponry. So I mean, you can collect badly worn weapons from these people should you wish. Armor is it's scrap armor, so if you were to wear it, it would provide almost nothing for you, right? That sort of thing. So no need to make rolls for what it is that you were looking at, as there really isn't anything of note. I'm sorry. Actually, do make investigation or perception check for me. Because you are looking at the shaman, and if they have picked up a little thing. A 13, okay. You find one of the shaman here actually has hooked onto a lashing of leather they're using as a belt. You see what looks like a small trinket of some kind. You pull it up and you kind of snap it the leather off to take a look at it. It looks like a little ceramic ring, with like a leather thong put through it, like as if someone had put it onto a necklace.
Mhm. A ring, you say?
Mhm.
Yeah, I'll pocket that.
Okay, cool. Other than that, nothing else of note on them.
This might be pretty dark. Firm would like to walk out and take out his knife set from his kitchen tools
Mm-hmm.
and start what is his name? Aragorn? Aragorn. And since it's burned, it's mainly bones. He would like to cut the bones down.
Sure.
Reminder that if you leave your bubble, it goes away.
Yeah, you step out, your bubble goes away, and you begin working on cutting these bones of Aragab here. Yeah.
Yes.
Most of the flesh is burnt. Though you've made meals out of worse.
To be fair, I was just planning on making a soup with it.
Sure.
Oh,
And use bone marrow, so
Ember, and Zol, you're kind of checking out some of the other crates and
yeah,
whatever
anything
stuff.
that looks
there,
like they stole from other people. I'm assuming that the elves were their most frequent victim, but possibly not their only victim.
Yeah. You find that these crates are old here. You find in your discovery here that this is just the leftover shit of whoever
Whoever
built
built
this
this
place.
place.
Yeah,
Got
and
it.
whatever it is that they were doing. The majority of what they took from the elves were the elves themselves, and they were eating them.
Yeah.
So there are piles of humanoid corpses and body parts that are very clearly being eaten. Anything that again, due to the nature of gnolls, they would destroy instead of take from the elves unless they thought it was like a weapon or something like that. But do make investigation or perception check.
I can assist with either.
I will do perception, or if I can do perception if you want to roll investigation.
No.
I already
You
have
probably-
advantage because of the shield on
Oh,
perception.
true. Okay. Yeah, that's fine. Diversify.
So that's a very helpful shield.
You also have Bardic Inspiration if you feel like blowing it.
On the one hand, it would let me beat the 25, but on the other hand, do I really think that the 25 is gonna be significantly improved over the
I got one more for the next check. I didn't get to use them very much. Actually, no, I only
I'm gonna save it. I'll stop at 24.
Okay.
I should have guidance myself.
Okay.
You're so smart.
Okay. Between both of your high rolls, you find some objects within the broken remains of these crates. You think you see what's clear, some of the crates have been scattered. The gnolls tossed a few of them and then determined there's no food here, so there's nothing of value here. You find in two of the crates, and then one kind of buried in the ground a little bit. You find 3 different ciphers here. I'll actually say, due to just how high you rolled, I will just tell you what they are to save time. You find a teleporter of bounding, which is a sparkling device about as large as your thumb. When activated, will teleport you and only you up to 500 feet to a location you can see. You arrive safely with your equipment, but cannot take anything else with you. So it's just yourself. No grabbing a box and running with it, right? You also find an automaton seed. It's a cipher in the form of an oblong metallic seed, about an inch long. When placed in soil, it absorbs the minerals and fabricates a Type 3 basic automaton, which emerges from the ground. Several minutes later, remains active for 10 hours, follows you, or goes where you direct it. And it has a roll to determine, a D10 roll to determine what kind of automaton it creates. The automatons themselves, they are not. Only one of them would be designed in a way to do combat. The rest are like a chef, a carpenter, a scholar, a mason, a scout. Yeah, like utility things. And then Zal, you find a very strange looking lozenge coated in a little waxy material ascribed with unidentifiable writing. You have found a body duplicator. And when you activate it by touching it to your tongue, the inside of your cheek, or dropping some blood on it, it will synthesize a duplicate of your body. The duplicate is not alive, it is just inert tissue. But it's based on your flesh, so if you have any modifications to your body, those will not be present. Because it's identical to yours, you can graft pieces of it onto yourself, such as organ transplants or or whatever.
Or a spare throat if you're missing yours.
Spare throat if you're missing one.
Limbs.
The duplicate takes an hour to grow and decays at a normal rate. Your soul does not have a connection to. Your soul does not have an automatic connection to the body, so if you die, it won't transfer to it. However, because it is a pure duplicate of you, should your body be destroyed and you have need of one, it is perfectly compatible.
Hey, don't let Firm find that unless you want to eat soup of yourself.
I did not even begin to consider. That is horrible.
Yeah, it's real weird.
Speaking of that,
Welcome to the adventuring life.
oh my gosh, that's so perfect. That's so perfect and so demented. It's so great.
Do I just hold on to this, or do I? What's the protocol for strange?
Yeah, we'll figure out what to do with it later. Just hold on to it for now. You don't have any more of those things, do you? Because you can only carry so many unless you want to, like...
Would it?
Well, unless you're going to end up needing that body one.
You are slowly improving my mood, I must admit. Are we gonna go into the murder cellar?
I don't think it's a murder cellar. I think it's just a cellar,
There's a
but
lot
I
of
was going to
blood.
open it, at least. I mean, I figure the Knolls probably weren't using it, right? They don't store stuff. They just kind of eat it. I don't know. We'll find out. Hey, I'm opening a door, everybody. I open the doors.
Okay. The doors open.
Wisdom.
They are not they're not locked. They don't fall apart on you, thankfully, as well. There are rickety old stairs, wooden stairs going downwards. It's about a 10-foot dip. It smells very bad down there. As the light pours in, and speaking of light, the sun is like the last rays of the sun are disappearing, as it is almost 9 p.m. With your red vision illuminating, you see that there are a lot of skeletal remains down here, as well as some body parts. But in that, you do see what looks to be a rack of where like whoever was here might have been preserving things.
I stand corrected. It's a murder cellar.
Yeah, it's a bit of a murder cellar. We going in then? Oh,
No. Well, we don't know what's down there. It's dark. It's getting darker up here. We'll just
maybe look.
wait for everybody else to get over here first, I think. If we're gonna rest here, we should probably clear it. Make sure. Because we don't want to be sleeping and something tries. Oh God! Or we could just we could just close the doors and put a bunch of shit on it and keep anything from coming out.
I mean, closing it and putting one of these boxes on top of it is probably a good immediate solution.
Finally, collectively, and this between everybody's searches, while there's not a lot of coin to be had, there is coin that been loose and dropped into crates. You see some shine in the dirt occasionally. You do come away with a very small handful of coin, roughly about 10 copper pieces, 8 silver pieces, and 7 gold pieces.
We're rich.
Whoa.
I was gonna say, before walking away from this area, if I could search the rubble of this house, mainly because the Aragorn dude it looked like he was a little main spot. You know, he was leading everybody.
Yeah, he was leading everybody. Kind of picking through the rubble. That's where you find more of the coin than elsewhere. You find what looks to be probably where he was laid up. A kind of a pile of animal pelt. It seemed like he lived a little more comfortably than the others, but you know, he's also a gnoll. He didn't keep anything. He just gave himself a bit of a softer place to sleep, it would seem.
Nice.
Yeah. It's at the more time that you're here now, you've been spending time. I mean, this whole area smells bad. There's a lot of like the stink of rot, the sweet stink of it is now like really starting to be recognized by you all. The like animalistic musk of all these gnolls here as well is, you know, again, like you're like, oh god. Now that the adrenaline is gone and we've been like standing here for a little bit, all the odors of this place are starting to come to the surface.
The human mages or the humanoid mages, are they bearing any iconography separate from Yanogu?
No, they don't have any iconography. The things you see for them is they have what look to be like wands carved out of some kind of bone. You hope not a human. Um, they have put like deer antlers like through their skin on their forehead, like grafted pieces, like little chunks
Mm-hmm.
to give themselves, you know, kind of horns to a
Darth
degree.
Maul heads.
Yeah, that kind of thing, right? And sharpened. Their teeth are clearly been filed and sharpened.
Okay. Is there any like specific cult or like magocracy that would that this could be indication of, or is it or is there not enough context?
No, you have the context. There are fucking crazy people in the world.
Okay. Yeah. So it's just that they're just people.
Yeah,
who are insane.
there some people will worship a demon that like a demon like Yinagao, people who are just so unstable and full of hate, and it just that like maybe they were cannibalistic to at some point, right? Like it's
Mhm.
just bad people get involved with Yinagao for sure.
Yeah. Okay. Just making sure there's not extra dots that we need to be connecting to something else later.
No, just a couple psychos.
Yeah, although it is another like instance of demonic cult activity, which, given that we're dealing with a demon cult predominantly, and now have bumped into two other demon cults, like on our trek to resolve the first one, that whole thing we've talked about with like just chaos sort of like loosening upon the plane is not unnoted.
Yeah, I mean, it could be connected. It could be just the movements of the world. I mean, there's
Mhm.
no way to fully know. Um, Also, as far as your, yeah, I guess there is some demonic connection with the children of the children of the dark sire and the disfigured chosen. But they definitely err more towards like just death in general. They clearly
Okay.
worship some kind of death entity.
Maybe perhaps this was just something that I was reading into, but I was fairly certain there was a connection here with them and the thing in the basement of the Arcanium. So maybe that's just me.
Ooh.
Who knows?
All good. Thank you.
Yeah.
Anything interesting in your basement?
Lots of bodies.
Yeah.
Well, parts of bodies.
Firm smile.
And a rack of stuff,
Hmm.
preserved stuff, but probably not preserved body parts.
Oddly enough, Firm starts smelling harder.
Well, if we
Um,
wanted to
that-
do anything to purify this place, something that's certainly outside of my ability, I don't know if that's even something, Ember, you're trained in.
There is. I summon a ball of fire to my hand. Oh, that's not what we were thinking. Oh, okay.
I'm just excited. He's like, "Are we going down there?"
Well, that kind of depends. It's getting late. Smolder, how far is it? How long did we walk to get here? I don't remember.
Smolder steps up and says, "Well, it's only about an hour walk to what's left of the commune."
Okay, so if we go now, it'll be dark, but we can camp not here.
Could just camp outside of the camp.
If it's all the same, this place feels wrong. I'd like to return to my people to at least let them know that the problem has most assuredly been resolved. I think a bit of good news would do them all well. And I can lead us in the dark. I know these forests well.
All
I
right.
guess, should we
All
finish
for-
up here then?
I don't know that there's much to finish up.
Firm, did you look in the... He said you fell down something?
There's a trap door back there. I didn't look at it necessarily. I was being attacked in the moment. I can check it real quick. and he'll just run. Or sort of like limp his way back over here.
Sure. It's a broken frame of wood. It's a 10-foot drop to go in. There's no ladder or anything like that.
Yeah, he'll drop down and start sliding down so he doesn't have to jump in.
Yeah. Taking a look around, that also seemed to be used as like an old cellar of some sorts. You see, kind of like broken shelving in places. They didn't store bodies down here. It seems that the Knolls didn't use this particular place. But in it itself, doesn't seem to have too much here. But roll a perception or investigation check for me.
Yeah.
Yeah,
with it.
mostly down here. Like you find, like rusty tools. Not much of anything you'd think would be useful.
Firm, just like he takes a big breath and he's like, "Ah, it's nothing." Oddly enough, I didn't mean to start coughing. I breathed too hard.
I mean, I think it's perfect. Go ahead and make me a athletics or acrobatics check, unless you want to use magic to get out of there.
Do I even have magic for me to get out? I think I do.
I don't know.
You know what? I'm gonna take the fun of it. Let me put myself back real quick. Acrobatics. Yeah. Fuck yeah.
Hell yeah. Definitely. It was easier getting out than getting in.
Apparently,
So-
it's the worry of getting trapped there.
And
That's what it was.
while he's investigating that, are we going in?
Yes. Yep. Let's do this.
Let's be done with it.
All right. Heading down there, making your way down the steps. They creak under the weight of you all, but hold steady. You see that there are body parts here, other corpses. Some have been gnawed on, some are as they are. You see bones. Maybe these bones have been here for a while. But there's a whole bunch of mess. The only things of note is on the far wall there is what looks to be a rack that you would typically use to preserve things, and then what looks to be and on it you see that there's 3 jars and a couple bottles.
Do we just swap them all and figure it out later?
Probably. Do I have a spell slot left? I do. Do I have detect magic prepared? I do. I will cast detect magic just to be
sure.
to be sure.
Cool.
Make sure
Obviously, your cells and everything you carry glow. You see that there is only one. One of the jars actually has a glowing response when you look at it.
Yeah, we should definitely grab that one. I will concentrate until I can see what sort of magic it is.
That is, yeah, okay. Let's see.
It's
What
just the
would-
school.
Caught him off guard.
Yeah, what would that be?
He thought you was gonna be like, "Yeah, I'll take that."
You got to pull up your color wheel. School's magic color wheel.
Yeah, I don't know. It's like okay. It's probably maybe abjuration and not conjuration. Abjuration and transmutation.
Yeah.
But it's the only one that glows in reaction. But stepping up to look, you see the other jars look to be filled with some kind of putrid material, long rotten. The bottles, most of them are broken. There's only one that is seemingly intact.
Yeah, grab the good stuff. Definitely grab this one. There's something special about it. I can figure that out later.
Zal will hold his hand out.
I'll just pass it over. Think we should do something about the bits, or should we just leave it? Leave it?
I mean,
Yeah, we should probably leave
my vote would be to burn every piece that we can, but that might not be what their culture prefers.
it. Yeah, I guess that's worth asking Smolder about. I don't imagine he's going to want to leave his people here, but I don't know that we can carry 4 of them back.
No, I think
Maybe
that's
if
gonna
we-
work for them.
You know, maybe if we put together like a sled or something to pull, but let's get the hell out of here and go ask, and then we'll figure out what to do from there. And probably should have asked Laylis what elven burial rites are. Oh well, I can ask Smolder now. What do you guys do? Zal?
Largely depends on where you're currently living. If
Hey,
you're
Smolder!
in a city, you
Sorry,
just
go
get
ahead.
buried. If you're out in the let's charitably call it the wilds, probably burnt, maybe buried.
You don't have like a you don't like we dwarves are supposed to be put under stone. You don't have anything specific like that.
No.
Okay, that makes it easy.
Smolder comes over. Yeah.
Oh, sorry. That I figured we were walking out of the
Yeah.
the cellar.
Yeah,
back
yeah,
to where he was
yeah.
resting.
Yeah, sure.
Fucking smell.
Yeah.
Are we ready to leave?
Got a question for you real quick. Your people, what do you want to I don't know what you do with your dead. If we want to do that here before we leave, try to fashion something to take them back. I don't imagine you want them staying here in case there are gnolls left.
To be honest, I hadn't even thought of it. I mean, on one hand, the hunt has already taken them, but I don't know that it's right that they be left to the forest. I don't know that it's right that they should stay here in this place, but I'll ask the elders.
Like now?
Well, they're not here. They're back at camp, so.
Okay. I'm okay. So you just want to leave him here? Or do you want to try to I could probably pull him. I'm pretty strong. But we're going to need something to put him on.
I mean,
I can make something, but it'd take a while.
If it's
I can make
possible
something
to
good.
bring them, I think that would be best.
Okay.
At least the recent ones.
Yes, they very clearly are looking at the ones in the center of the camp. Everyone
Yes.
else here
Yeah.
is way too gone.
Zal is glancing meaningfully down into the cellar.
Yeah, no. Ember is specifically referring to the 4 bodies, not the
Yeah.
like pieces.
Yeah. I
Okay.
mean, there is material here that if you have time or magic, you could create a sled to carry them, or even something more, functional.
Yeah, I don't think we want to wait for me to take an hour to make something super great. So I'm gonna pull down this tent, get some pieces of the collapsed. I'll find some lumber. We can put together some sleds,
Yeah.
some pull sleds.
Yeah. With a little time, you're able to achieve that.
I will actually during this time also utilize both uses of my Harness Divine Power to get 2 spell slots back. 2 second level slots. Because that only takes a bonus action. I don't need to channel divinity anytime soon, I hope.
Sure, why would you? Okay, you have the bodies in tow. Scoured this place for what little value there is to be found in this long abandoned encampment. Smolder begins leading you through the forest. They have keen eyes, but those of you that require light will need to magic or torch your way through.
I'm still glowing.
Yeah, got the glow. Your journey, your hour walk to the Elven commune is you are unassaulted. It's a little slower. It takes about maybe hour and 15, hour 20, just due to the carrying of the extra weight. You arrive. You can see the flickering campfires and torch lights. You see the two that had been Smolder's kind of like left and right hands are on guard watching. They are the first to approach and run up to Smolder and welcome him back, welcome all of you back. You're brought into camp. Smolder announces that while they were not able to rescue anyone from the Knolls, that these people here who came from the goodness of their heart and the coin that we have also provided, they have cleansed this area of the Gnoll threat, and I mean all of them. If there's any stragglers that remain, they will be left to Maliki and Malor to deal with. What was the name of your group again?
We're the 5 seasons.
Wasn't it the 5th?
5th, that's the one. Yep.
The 5 seasons.
It's no 5th. Well,
I thought that was intentional.
You see the people.
that definitely was Ted forgetting.
The people clap and cheer. The 5 seasons. 5 seasons. I thought there were 4 seasons. 5 seasons.
It's the 5th one.
My bad. My fault. Bad advertising.
I have been meaning to ask, what is the origin of the name?
Actually, pretty much exactly what you just witnessed.
Oh my god.
That fully reads. Okay, I understand.
You asked that
Sort of spur of
question,
the
now it
moment,
clicks.
As late of hour as it is, these people do their best to take what food they have, what drinks they have, and offer honor to you all.
Fern would like to do one better. And in a forego of them helping us, he will use his create food and water for everyone here and prepare a dinner meal.
Excellent, excellent. It will, that alone is not enough to feed this many people. However, what do you present to them with magic, as they are quite astounded by this feat?
Let's see. Uh, Give me like. Oh wait, I think I got it. Oh, I think I got it. Wow, that is what I thought it is. Yes. Okay. It is chicken buffalo and grits and chicken. How do I say this? It's grits, chicken, and buffalo. Okay. I feel like I'm saying that wrong, but it makes sense in my mind. I'm posting a
Hell yeah.
picture.
Buffalo
yeah.
chicken and grits.
Yes, but it has buffalo sauce. Hot sauce,
Yeah,
basically.
yeah, a hot spicy sauce. Yeah, excellent.
Looks like polenta.
Yeah, everyone, all these wood elves that try this spicy sauce, like that's the hit. That's the hit of the whole thing, right? Like they're like, "Oh my god, this is incredible." Yeah, it's an absolute smash. Absolute
Ooh.
smash.
Just to note on the side, I was gonna start like a stew boiling and throw in Aragorn's bones and let
Okay.
it cook through the night.
Hey, I
Yep.
swear to God, this dude's name is not Aragorn.
It
because
is
It's
It's
not.
definitely not.
It's definitely not an
Not, but I
Aragorn.
remember Aragorn. Okay.
We are eating Aragorn tonight, folks.
Argab, I think, is the name we're looking
Oh,
for.
Yeah,
there we go.
Aragorn,
I
yeah.
was close. I had the
It-
first
It is.
two
it
letters.
is, but
It's remarkably close.
anytime you say Aragorn, I'm
There's
like, oh,
some
this
syllable
is.
differentials there.
Anyways,
Horrible
Incredible.
knoll creature.
I am going. I've never used it, so I'm just going to throw it out there now. But I was going to use Monster Dish for. You just said an Argob's bones and see
Okay.
what I get from that. But this is gonna be a morning a breakfast thing. So like after all this is done,
Oh, just
Okay.
a breakfast bone marrow from
you guys
the,
don't know about it.
the horribly tainted by
There's no way
blood.
you're doing it invisibly. Like we're
Yeah,
But you guys don't
you're
know
doing-
what I'm doing. All you know
That's
is
correct.
cooking.
have a giant like I can't imagine it's not a fucking Flintstones bone that you're pulling out of a
Hey,
fucking
these
bag.
these
I just
bones
don't
that you
out there.
definitely didn't watch me tear out of that card. Okay?
Like they are
Firm-
this was an enormous thing.
Firm thinks he got away with it, right? Because he said he made the create food and water, so he thinks everybody thought it came with that. All right.
Yeah.
Flintstones bone.
Okay. Now, okay, I'm gonna allow this because we haven't done it before, but make note of the bolded word "entire corpse" of the creature. While it normally can't be used on humanoids, I'll give that Artagab is fiendish enough to
I
allow
only-
it to work.
I will say I didn't think on the humanoid factor because when I did it with the what was that thing before? When everybody got snatched in the middle of the night.
Measle.
Yeah, Measle. You said that didn't count as humanoid. It counted as a creature. And I was like, okay.
Yeah, well, actually, I'll look up a measle. Do I still have?
I think
I thought that
measles
was
are
like the
fey.
same thing, right?
Yeah,
I didn't know.
So like monster is a creature type in
Oh.
this game. Yeah.
Did not
So
know
like
that.
anytime you come across a creature that you don't recognize essentially from like mythology or folklore, it typically is classed as a monster or a
Measles baby
monstrous
humanoid.
creature, and that's its creature
Oh.
type. Yeah.
That makes a lot more sense. I thought it was just interchanged
Oh,
words.
shit.
Yeah,
Measles
that's fair. You didn't know.
yeah. It's how they organize and classify monster types and all that kind of thing.
Okay.
Zol's right. A measle is a humanoid.
Well,
So you wouldn't be able
technically,
to eat them.
as of Mordenkainen presents Monsters of the Multiverse, they are now monstrosities instead of
Okay.
humanoids.
cool.
Look, don't.
We already made it past the
Fuck.
measle.
Don't you
I'm
come at me, Ted,
comparing
with this. Push his glasses up, technically.
Actually,
No, I appreciate that. I don't. The version I have isn't from there. So
Yeah.
I'm gonna
yeah,
take the free
I-
handout
I-
and not complain,
I
okay?
was just trying to justify the fact that at least half our party did partake of that meal.
yeah.
And, Totally not cannibalism if it's a monstrosity instead of a humanoid.
Correct.
Never mind that they're definitely sentient and sapient creatures.
Yeah,
it's
given that there
fine.
are like rites that are done and performed if you like eat humanoid bodies rather than like monster
Good
or
night.
yeah, all fucked.
Incredible.
Did not mean to start like a side thing for you guys. I'm sorry for that. It's
No,
the
dude, this is
perks
your
of being uneducated. I love this.
one, you're learning. Two, you have a kick-ass weird class that none of us have seen before. So like we're all also learning.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
This is fascinating to see. This is
Um,
is a
Firm still
good
believes you got away
like
with
it's
it.
a good power. It looks like, but man, is it horrible when you think about it. When you think about it.
You don't want to peel back those layers.
A celebration in your honor is had, as small as it is, but it feels it feels nice to be recognized for the hard work and the what you've gone through.
The trauma.
Yeah, the trauma you've gone through. It feels good to have that recognition and feel a sense of safety and community in that immediate aftermath. And in this place, you are safe. It is guarded. The null threat is gone. You're able to enjoy yourselves for the evening. Now, a creature who partakes, right? Number of creatures. Okay, now you can only feed a number of creatures equal to your intelligence modifier.
Yes.
So
That's
how
why
many?
he's gonna let people. I only have 3.
Okay.
We could do potluck.
He was just gonna hand the dishes out. He wasn't gonna eat it. He wants other people to try it.
Okay. So, who among you has this dish?
Firm's just staring at you guys with a menacing grin. He's like, "Who's gonna try it? Who's gonna try it?"
Zal holds
Well,
an
if
arm
you're
up.
looking at
I've
me like
eaten
that, I
this.
don't know that I want it.
He's like, "It's not as bad. Just don't think about it." Actually, he doesn't say that because he doesn't think you guys know. He's like, "Don't worry about it. You guys trust my cooking. You know it's gonna taste great."
It looks and smells fantastic. As good as anything he's ever made.
Yeah, fuck it.
This is lovely. Also, I want to re-note this is for the morning, so this is gonna carry over after a long rest.
Correct. Yeah. We assume he does this in the morning as breakfast. That way
Breakfast
we
soup.
that way we don't have to deal with the temporary hit points disappearing and that sort of thing.
Yeah.
So an evening's enjoyment is had. In the morning, the dish is eaten. Those of you that partake of the dish, roll 4d6.
Wow. Let's see who it is. Who's the lucky people?
Ouch.
Okay, that's 7 temp HP.
That sucks.
I mean, I'll definitely be one of the. I've eaten worse.
Yeah, bugbear. Yeah, for sure.
Let's get that long rest.
Yo, that's
Nice.
huge. Yeah.
All right.
And just watch out if you take a long rest. If you've added temp HP and take a long rest, it might auto remove it. I assume it will, but I don't know. And who's the last? Who's the last? Who's the last supper?
I hate that.
He looks to Cal or Ember and see if he offers it up to them, whichever one would take it.
Why is my
Cal is
max
busy.
points for 40 now?
Cal's busy performing a ritual to bring KJ back.
Fair enough. So he looks to Ember.
All right, let's see.
Oh shit.
Ooh,
I'll
Nice.
flip.
Yeah, huge.
This is weirdly good.
Yes.
it is
Yes, it is.
very good. Yeah.
just a quick note then. Did Argab have any resist what is it? Immunities?
Yeah,
Yeah, did he
any special stuff? He did not.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, so it's just the temp HP.
If we let him evolve, do you think we would?
Oh
Who
my
knows? Maybe next time, don't kill him so
Well,
Leave him
Time
just
I
so he can get cooked later. You know how menacing that
I
is?
won't blow my horn at his body.
Imagine it being some like big bad boss, and like the first sentence or the last sentence he hears is, "We're not gonna kill you fast. We're just gonna wait this out till you get full power, so we can cook you later."
gonna fucking Hansel and Gretel him? Jesus Christ!
It's like, well, I can prepare revivify since.
Yeah, that problem is solved.
Yep.
I guess
Is
it
it
is
though?
solved. um in the morning, the community here, as you gather yourselves, getting ready for your journey as it needs to continue on, the community gathers around to wish you farewell and safe travel along the road. And Smolder presents a small wooden case to Renier. I mean, you interact with. I think you've interacted with them the most. You usually end up being the spokesperson a lot of times. Um, uh, he hands this to you. Simple box, simple carving of what looks like vines around it. And he says, "These have been in our tribe for a long time. Um, we don't have any way to really thank you. I mean, I know you're gonna get paid for this, but what you did for us, you're welcome here anytime." And he hands you the little case, a couple inches long, couple inches wide.
Thank you. And I'll look inside.
Inside, you see two rings. They look to be of a set. One with a ruby inset as its main gem, the other with a darkened blue sapphire. And you see glinting on there several arcane runes along the inside of the ring.
Oh.
It's
These
very
will
generous.
These will protect you from fire and ice. May they keep you safe on your journeys ahead.
Most certainly will. I will close the book, shake hands, and gather our shit.
Hell yeah.
Um, before we head out, or the night previous, could I have ritually identified the thing that we found in the basement?
Yeah, for sure. What you find, the jar, um, the jar is a potion of dire cleansing. Um, Drinking this potion for 1 hour after drinking this potion, you have resistance to poison damage and advantage on saving throws against being blinded, deafened, paralyzed, and poisoned. If you are poisoned, this potion neutralizes it. However, this is a difficult potion to drink. You have to make a con save to drink it. On a failure, you are then poisoned for 10 minutes and do not gain the benefits of the potion.
Got it.
And the
Um,
bottle is a bottle of wine.
Upon seeing Ember conducting this ritual, I'd saunter over and ask if she has any idea what this ring is, or if it's just a ring, which it may well be.
Can check.
I'm gonna whisper you what this does because I think that is funnier.
Always a good sign.
Always a good sign.
Oddly quiet.
I was typing because I couldn't copy the message.
That is uncomfortable.
Oh no.
That's scary, honestly. I don't even know what that means for real, but that just sounds scary. If you can't copy it, bruh, you couldn't double click it, triple
with,
click it, hit Control C.
with your oh sorry, hold on, let me give you this with your identify, you also identify not additional properties but additional context.
That is wild.
I would just like to know.
Okay, so you know how the ciphers are old world stuff, or the ancient
yes.
world stuff? Yeah. Okay. This is sort of like that, but unlike the relics, this thing just does its thing. It doesn't turn off. There's no chance of it stopping. It's
Do I need to worry about it blowing up if it gets too close to other things?
The answer is no.
I don't think so. This is. I think you will like this item. It's just basically like you're being hugged and caressed all the time. You can put that on, you'll see what I mean. It's not cursed. Well,
God.
I can't tell you if it's cursed, but I feel like this is a curse.
Oh no.
Does it require time and focus in order to get it to work on
No.
you?
You just put it on and it.
Oh, I will get great use out of this.
Oh my god.
He takes it back and starts swinging it around like a lifeguard swinging a whistle.
All right.
It goes
He
on your
just-
fingers, Cal.
Oh no.
I know exactly where it goes. It's just whom I'm going to slip it on is the question. Come in very handy in my other line of work.
Oh my.
Which is what?
You forgot he was a bachelor.
Incredible.
I don't think that's quite the term you're looking for.
The
Incredible.
best way I'm gonna put it.
That's fair. That's fair.
A gentleman
it's a kind
of the
way
night.
of saying it.
A gentleman of the night.
That's even better. But so before we continue with that, a gentleman of the night implies it's only at night. At night, I don't feel like he has restrictions
that
to a
he acts
time
like
of
a
day.
gentleman.
Yeah, no, there's. I think he acts like a gentleman. I think Flown would agree he's a gentleman.
Okay, then we're on the road.
Then you're on the road. Do you want Amber to figure out what these rings are for you? I mean, they basically told you, but you know.
Yeah. If we want to, like, she'll have the time for it. But I'm assuming we have a ring of resistance against fire and ice.
Yes, a ring of fire resistance and a ring of ice resistance.
Cool.
Or cold resistance.
Fern would like to raise his hand and ask for the cold resistance if we're ever going to hand those out to everybody.
They're made to be. They're given to us to use.
So that's a yes. In his from him, that's a yes.
No, yeah, I don't see why not. Anyone else feel strongly about it?
If we ever have to fight a melee again, I get dibs.
That's fine. Yeah, that works.
Zal, how do you feel about taking the other one?
I mean, if I'll take it. I do not have any magical items other than this horrible little pill, but
Yeah, well, this'll keep you covered till we can find you
Oh wait,
something
hold on. I
better
should pass
suited.
out some of these because I am probably carrying. I'm carrying 5. Okay, who wants to look like somebody else?
is that bad?
Yep,
What,
it
what's it-
sure is.
what's that you say,
Callum,
Ember?
passing this over to you. Here you
Hold on.
go.
Well, let's actually find out what happens when you
Oh,
have
boy.
5 of them.
Oh, you
together.
should have said it out loud. You should have started sliding them secretly. Then, like, in character, you're like, oh shit, I shouldn't have these.
Okay.
Oh no.
Yeah, our first like real cipher check. Ted, roll a D100 for me.
Hate
100.
this.
43.
And
1 off
43.
from the secret to
The
life
universe,
and
life
yeah,
and
the whole
everything.
universe.
And how many do you have total? Cypher's
Before I
change?
pass off the visage changer, I had 5.
5. Okay, so 2, 2 over.
2 over the legal limit.
2 over the legal limit, sir.
Are any of the ones you have relics? Double check that.
No. The relic, the bread sprayer, is not under my cipher category. Who wants an angry grenade?
As you
Actually,
reach
you know what?
in,
I should send this one to you, Rainier, in case you ever lose your crossbow. Here you go.
as you reach in to distribute these, there's a kind of an odd smell and a tingling sensation as you grab them. Nothing happens.
I don't trust you in the slightest, but
Okay. It has a weird smell and they're a little tingly as you hold them. But if you distribute the extra 2,
Yep.
the sensation dims to none.
all right. Nobody has more than 3 of those things, right?
Firm has none.
You want one? I can give you this.
Well,
He's not asking. I'm just letting you guys know. If you ever get in that moment again, Firm is literally like free to just throw them at.
There you go. I'm gonna hand you this one.
Oh no, now he's got to be accountable.
Yeah, you got to be accountable and you got to keep count because if you find more,
Bread
Uh,
thrower.
Being given the retriever item, I'll tuck the glove into like a pocket, but I'm gonna stick the nodule as recommended right to the crossbow.
Okay.
and I don't know, Firm. I just feel like this item would be much better in your hands. It just feels much more thematic. Think of it as a welcome back to the living gift.
dying to know what you are handing over.
The image projector that projects a feast.
Oh,
Nice.
Very nice.
And don't worry, Firm. I've got something for you too, although it holds sentimental value. So I'd like if we could share it, if that's or us all, if that's all right.
I suppose so. What is it?
Well, I see you like to play an instrument. I thought perhaps from time to time you could use some accompaniment. And I'll hold out the music box that Flound gave me. Just hold it in the palm of my hand.
Yeah, the like cocks his head and like leans down to look at it. What does it do other than obviously play music?
Don't be shy. Open it up and find out.
Open it up.
Okay.
Or I assume like wind it up.
It's actually like it just opens. It doesn't have like a wind up on
Mhm.
it. I guess. Well, does every music box have a wind up? Is that our general assumption of music boxes in the world?
I
Feel
think
like
when
it.
this item was
Some of them-
described, it looked like a compact, so it doesn't
Mhm.
even necessarily look like.
Right.
Some of them
a music
start when
box.
they open. That is
Yeah,
how
yeah. I was like, I know
they don't have to have
some.
a wind up.
Yeah. Cool. You open it up. As you open it up, you see there are three little people, what look like humans. They're dressed in like the male has a tuxedo. There's two women. They have violin and cello. Um, they're sitting on chairs. One of the women is standing at the moment. And she's saying, and that's when I told Jonathan, like, look, I only have so many vacation days out of the year. Like, do you want to come with me on this or not? I can't believe. What was he gonna do? I don't know. He had a fishing trip scheduled or something. The light of the sun cracks down across them as they look up upon your giant visage, and they scramble to sit down, smile, and begin
No,
playing music.
I don't want to interrupt. I was interested in the Jonathan story.
Oh, there's nothing to it really. Just some personal things I'm going through.
Have you been together long?
Well, long a few years. I mean, look. I'll tell you. All right,
Mhm.
Kathy here is about a few
He
years away
slowly
from.
starts to pull out his notebook.
Kathy here is a few years away from being common law married to him. Okay, he needs to, either get off the pot or do something. How does that phrase go?
Shit or get off the pot.
That's the one. That's the one.
Right.
Thank you.
And your name is
Steven.
Steven. And Kathy.
Mm-hmm.
And you? Point to the other one in there. There's three of them, right?
Yeah. She kind of narrows her eyes at you for a bit. Juniper.
All right. I think I'd be taking this in a different sort of way if yesterday had not been what it was. But these are your the your friends, Cal, or
Well, yes, I guess the object was a gift from a new friend, but a dear friend, and it is home to these three musicians. You being a musician as well, I thought perhaps you all would like to make some music together.
They begin playing.
Celebrate your journey back to the living.
Zal like nods and just like stares at them, like fully taking in the absurdity / wonder of it for the first time.
Mm-hmm.
Like peers to get even closer.
Yeah, there's even instruments that they're not actively playing, but like you can hear more instruments and music coming out of this thing.
How many songs do you know?
Gosh, I guess we've never really thought about it. I mean, we just play.
We are going to learn so much together. It is a pleasure to meet your acquaintance. My name is Zal.
All right. Good to meet you, all.
Like with holding one hand, he's like looking at like with his other hand, realizing he can't write because I assume we're standing, right?
Mm-mm. Well, I guess you guys are on the cart at the moment, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
he like sets it up, and you could see he's immediately like writing down musical notation on some of the songs they're playing. Like, if they could just play a theoretically like huge amount of songs, most of them will have been songs I've never heard before, right?
Correct. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, Zal spends I guess the rest of this day for sure just writing down like songs that they play.
Yeah. It's just the majority of which you've never heard. Some are instruments you've never heard. Though they only play the two cellos and the violin, but other sounds just emanate
Yeah.
out.
I mean, the violin especially is incredibly useful.
Yeah.
That I can like take more direct notes on and reproduce.
Very good. Music fills the air for your entire day's journey as Zal is interacting with his little music box. It seemed Firm got the ring of cold resistance, right?
Yes.
Okay. And who has the ring of fire resistance?
Zal.
I think it was
Zal.
given to me.
Okay.
Yeah.
Keep in mind both of those need attunement to
Young.
function.
I'm so glad that I got that. I have 3 resistances now. It feels so nice.
Maybe you'll live this time.
No. Well, I did want to ask because I needed this to be part. I guess part of like the actual the journey. How did you say Firm died last time? I feel like you said I got stabbed, but the last thing I remember about the Noah trying to stab me was he just couldn't get past the armor.
Yeah,
You failed a save, I think. You
yeah, I
failed your
think
third
you
save.
got stabbed, but didn't get like continually stabbed. Yeah, I think you ended up failing all your saves. So you essentially got stabbed badly by a glaive and bled out.
Okay, so better question then: did it break the armor? Break through the armor?
I mean, yes. Technically, like your armor doesn't like. We don't really play that your armor breaks, but like you could ask Ember to just do a mending on it for
Definitely was
like
going
RP. Yeah, for RP stuff. Unless you know mending as well.
Not yet.
Which I think as a wizard you can just learn mending if you
Sure
need
can.
Yep,
I just
yep, there you
remembered
go.
that. BRB.
it. BRB got to mend. Okay. What I
not doing it.
need is I need Rainier to roll a d12 for travel for the day.
I don't know how I like that.
Okay. Today goes by uneventfully for you all. Is there anything anybody wishes to do on this day's travel besides what you were already doing?
Yes.
Approximately how many days from Maras are we at this point?
You are roughly. This is day 7 of a roughly. It's like 9 to 10 day journey. You would arrive in Maras on like you have about 2.5 more days.
Okay.
Unless you like want to push through the night, which your horses won't like at all.
I would like to attempt it. I shouldn't, but I'm going to. I would like to copy. Damn, that was scary. The locate creature. I would like to try to copy that over.
Sure. Do you have the gold value necessary to do so?
200? Yes.
Okay.
Walking piggy bank.
Yeah, as long as you have the gold value for it.
So
What's
scary.
how long is it going to take you to do that?
8 hours.
You have 8 hours during the day in a cart. I'd say you can easily from the inside copy that over. But we do it's from a scroll though, right?
Yes, it is.
Okay, so we gotta
I'm crying internally.
we gotta do the check to see. does it. Copy over. Spell scroll
I think it's
rules.
DC 13.
The spell is copied over. Arcana check DC 10 plus spells level. So what level spell is
It's
this?
4. It's 14.
Okay, so this DC is 14 on it.
I don't like this.
You can roll whenever you like.
Can I push guidance on myself?
You can't guidance yourself on this because like this is an intensive process on itself. But you,
Damn it.
yeah, I mean, it's the problem is like because it's such a long process and not
Yeah.
an immediate thing. Like you can't
I
be
know.
guided on it,
And I can't really give you bardic inspiration because it won't last long enough for like the window.
Made it!
Yo, made it. Hell
To get
yeah.
you more intelligence.
Hell yeah.
Also, proficiency in the skill would
Yeah, that would help.
There's a lot of things I should have
There
done
is.
before I knew how to do this.
I am not criticizing your character at all.
Hell yeah, you successfully transposed the spell into your book as the spell is consumed and the arcane runes are absorbed into your book. Excellent, well done.
Thank you. And then he will frantically look around at everybody else and be like, "Do you have any more? Does anybody have any more? I want to do some more."
Do we still have that scroll of haste, or did you learn that?
He like does a finger check mark. He's like, "Got that one. I did this one." He's like, "Any more? Oh, I did
But,
water walk. Any more?"
No, that doesn't answer my. Do you still have the scroll, or did you use the scroll? Is what I was asking.
Now me as the player is confused. I thought the scroll goes away.
It does. Ted did not remember if you scribed haste into your book or if that was a spell you started with.
Yes, I did make haste. I did
Okay.
copy haste. I'm sorry.
No,
I thought I answered that question and I got confused. Look, playing the intelligent character is not good for somebody who's like IQ right now is like a 13.
I think it's good that way. It could be the best way to do it.
You were saying, Cal?
We have this scroll of Dimension Door.
Oh. And he looks this all. He's like, "Is that thing you did?"
Yes.
Oh, he like runs over to Cal, and he's like cracked out right now. Like he looks like he's on like death's door, frantic hair, everything, and he's just happy as be, just like begging Cal to give it to him.
Certainly, it'd be some time before I could use it reliably anyway. Let me find it.
When he gets it, he plants a kiss on Cal.
Oh. Oh. Have a ring we can try out later.
Oh my god. Time-wise, Sean, confirm start doing this spell scroll as well.
Well,
It takes 8 hours, so it'd be
Yeah, it
16
takes-
hours of the day.
it takes 8 hours. I don't think you're gonna travel for 16, and you could stay in the cart.
Mm-hmm.
Let's. Okay. Okay. Okay, so you could do this, right?
Yep.
So you've spent 8 hours doing this. The travel pace of this game essentially is that you travel for 8 hours out of the day, right?
Okay.
Traveling beyond that risks exhaustion. And that is also part of like staying up very late, right? Risks exhaustion.
Mm-hmm.
So You let me push 5, 1, 2, 3. Okay, so 8 will put you to then 11 or so hours for it. Okay, you can do this, but you'll be making con saves that have an increasing difficulty for every extra hour you stay to do this.
Mm-hmm.
I'll give you and it's against exhaustion, which, just so you're aware, exhaustion, if you have one level of exhaustion, you then
Yep.
gain disadvantage on an ability check, which is what this is, right?
Yep.
An arcana check, right? So you'd have to nail all your con saves, or then copying the spell is going to be even harder for you, right?
Yes.
So I just want to make sure you know what you're getting into.
You could also divvy the time if you so chose. You can do some today and some tomorrow. You're not required to do it in one sitting necessarily.
Oh,
I believe you are. I could be mistaken, but I have never seen it or heard it done that way.
I think you can just dedicate some time. You just won't complete it, and if theoretically something happens to the spell book, all of that time and effort's scrapped.
oh. But either, I feel like I have a solution to this. It is fine. When Firm attempts to start, he is going to just like faceplant hard into the what are we in? The wagon. Right next to Ragnarok. Like still holding the quill and everything. Just faceplants.
Okay. Yeah, I'll have to, honestly, I'll just have to look into what people have done with like long-term casting or long-term copying, and does it have to be done all at the same time, that sort of thing. Because honestly, like I've only done it personally as a wizard all in one go, you know.
Yes.
So I really don't know the answer beyond that.
Okay.
Okay. But you get one in. I mean, you could just do the thing the next day, right?
I
Because
know.
you have more days of
This
travel.
was thematics.
Yeah. Cool. Day goes by. You camp for the evening. Anything anybody does in this evening before the next day arrives?
I guess just from upon waking up from his like hard crash, he's just going to try to attune to the ring of cold resistance.
Sure. If you have to unattune from something, it takes an hour to unattune, an hour to attune.
Yes, I am unattuning ring of manipulation.
Okay.
The what?
The Inquisitor's ring of manipulation.
Okay.
Here, how do I share things? Oh yeah, look, this is what it does. I just get a free mage hand.
Yeah,
That's
gives
it.
you mage hand, gives you a
It's
little
not.
bonus
I'm
to
not actually
investigation.
manipulating people. No, we're not on that level
Okay.
yet.
Okay.
No.
Different form of manipulation.
Yeah,
Different,
yeah. Different context entirely.
Different context is everything. Cool. The next day arrives. This is
Edit magic.
now the 13th of Kai Thorn.
It is.
Doug is not here to roll, so I will ask Amber to roll.
D12.
D12, sir, for the day's events. Okay.
Having no context for what is good and what is bad, every roll is like, yeah, I have faith that that's going to be fine.
Yeah, sure. Yeah, absolutely. Cool. During your travels, you arrive and pass over the bridge cutting through the river that runs by Maras. You see that there are Marasi guards out here on the bridge. They do ask for a toll to pass.
I see them and I go running up to them.
Can we help you?
Hi. I'm the Fireforge. I'm, Fireforge Bakery. That's my family. How far are we from Maras?
Well, I mean, from here, only another day or so.
Oh, cool. You didn't say. Do you know the Fireforge Bakery? Don't tell me you haven't eaten at Fireforge Bakery.
I mean, I don't.
On the main street.
I don't think I've. I'm not much for pastries.
I didn't say pastries. I said bakery. You've
Okay.
been there. Got you.
Okay, I sneak every now and then. Okay, but my wife doesn't know. And you see on the other side of the bridge, you see a female dwarf staring daggers at this guard, and you hear a "mm-hmm." Thought you were on a diet.
Whoops.
I'm fishing into the group loot for whatever toll they've asked.
It's 2 copper per person is what they're asking.
Okay.
How many folks have you had coming up from Bastion Way in the last week or so? Do you have any idea?
From Bastion?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, not a lot from Bastion. There's some local folk coming into Maras, but traffic's been light. Sinku's cracking down, so not a lot of people getting into Maras these days. He looks at you. Oh, I know you. Yeah. Child of the Mountain. Yeah. He leans in a bit. Between you and me, might keep the whole Bastion business under wraps.
Okay. No, I was just wondering if a specific person had come by here, but that's okay. If they're there, I will find them and I will keep it under wraps. Hey, Ember Prime will get extra loud and that fake giving a secret voice. And if you want definitely not sweets, regular bread for your meals, remember Fireforge Bakery, we have the best. Just tell them I sent you. Ember Prime.
He panically looks off at his wife across the other side of the bridge, and you just hear a harumph from her.
Regular bread, good with butter and cheese.
They wave you on.
Getting some free advertising.
It's all like sidles up to you and kneels down. Nailed it.
Was there a toll guard when we last passed through here?
No.
Okay. Yeah. Good to know. Doesn't affect whether or not we are going to pay that toll.
Yeah. Look, honestly, I thought about bandits, and I was like, no. This is actual upkeep for the bridge.
Wants the people to get fried today?
you continue onward and then find a place to make camp for the evening. Anything anybody does during this night or day's travel?
Time to send home. Hey, Dad, should be there sometime tomorrow, maybe the next day if we really go slow. Got some new faces for you to meet. Can't wait to see you. Absolutely nothing important.
I mean,
Can't talk. A little busy.
Gonna go ahead and mark off another spell slot. Mom, what the fuck is going on? Love you. See you tomorrow.
I wish I knew. All right, I come home, the bakery's closed, and your father says that he has to go somewhere. He's putting on his armor.
Right, so we're pushing through the night. Get up, everybody get up. Get up, we gotta go. I gotta go.
All right.
Well, yeah, that's fine. To add on to your question, before this event happened, I would like to try to copy Dimension Door.
Okay, yeah, you can use the time during the day to try to copy Dimension Door.
And the night as we continue on.
plenty of time.
Plenty time to
one
do it.
second.
It's the same roll as before. DC 14.
Would oh no, that only lasts for up to an hour, and I think this process takes multiple hours, right?
Yeah,
It takes
yeah.
8.
Okay. All right. Yeah. No, I was gonna say would enhanceability be enough, but no, it is. The duration is not enough.
Yeah, I think the only thing that would do it would be ciphers that state like bonus for like a day, 24 hours, that kind of stuff.
Well,
If I had inspiration, I would give you some.
Yeah.
Okay. After a long day of scribing, calculating, cooking, snacking, eating, you think you have the last bits of it, but it's been tough. You're not certain if the runes are right and if the pronunciation is right. Suddenly, the scroll begins to glow and then ignites and turns to ash and is not copied into the book.
Nope. But it's okay. It's okay. You just hear Firm start yelling and cussing.
well, that looked expensive.
Also, I wanted to double check. I'm doing my math right. 20 platinum is 200 gold.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Correct.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. You want to try to push through the night. The trouble isn't so much you all. You might catch some levels of exhaustion, right? But honestly, the real trouble is the horses, right?
Yeah.
So first, everybody's gonna make con save. DC is 11. This is just to stave off immediate exhaustion.
I would like to roll an inspiration.
God, I can
Sure.
pass this.
Holy shit.
Ooh.
Oh, I'm gonna try one more time. Only because I'm driving.
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
Took a couple of tries, a couple slaps to the face.
Okay. Everybody staves off the first hour of exhaustion. The horses.
Oh no.
Genuinely expected somebody to be like, "You sure we need to do this?"
You are the one. You are the reason we're going here. 2, you're the only point of contact, and we just heard you cast a spell and yell, "Mom, what the fuck is going on?" with not your regular precursor. As far as I'm concerned, Maras may be on fire.
Yeah.
How far away are we?
That's fair.
You are on day 8 of the travel. Well, evening of day 8 going into day 9.
Oh, I think I may have misjudged my timing here.
Well,
'Cause-
we're here now.
Yeah, we are.
How far away are we?
You would
hours.
you would
I think we're still
arrive
2 days away.
Yeah, you would arrive like morning of the
Uh.
10th, essentially. But you're trying to make up extra time currently. Okay, first hour in, everybody's doing okay. One of the horses is starting to slow, but the other one nat 20'd their roll, so they are
Cinnamon.
everything. Cinnamon is picking up the
Picking up the
slack.
slack.
Picking up the slack. Okay. So you get a little bit closer. I'm gonna give that an extra 2 hours of additional travel there. Okay, now it's DC 12 to continue going.
At what point? How many of these do we do before?
Send it. Somebody's got to start it. Somebody's got to start it.
I'm gonna fucking die.
Okay,
gonna
no,
die
I
by
think
morning.
I think we're.
Zal's just playing a jaunty little tune to try to keep everybody awake.
Yeah, people's
Poking
eyes are
people.
starting to, you're nodding and catching your head a bit. Rainier, the cart, it keeps like leering to the left because that horse keeps slowing a bit and dragging, and Cinnamon isn't able to keep the pace for both of them right now. But you're able to keep going.
Okay.
Okay.
How is
Uh,
everyone doing?
This is firm. This is firm right now. Just like
I've got
what
another
the fuck are you?
3-4 hours in me before this is gonna get bad.
Ember has done the thing where she has made no real effort to pace herself and is very clearly starting to flag.
I like.
Wait,
I,
this is one level of exhaustion, right? Yeah,
one level.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, boy.
Yep.
Gonna make everything harder from here.
Yep.
I only learned about the haste spell because no, it's slow. No, it's not. Damn it! Which spell was it? There's a spell I was reading that says it would do this. It is not.
Give
do
exhaustion
this.
and stuff. Yeah.
How do I
Okay.
even track exhaustion?
You've
right there.
made you've made progress. Though currently at the end of these 2 hour, the extra 2 hours, so we're 4 hours in. The one horse is definitely starting to drag the speed down a bit. So you're now slowing in your movement.
Listen,
It's
everyone. Look at that poor horse. Look at poor Pinecone. Can't even keep up with Cinnamon anymore.
It's starting
Whiskey.
to limp.
We
Yeah,
need to
a couple
stop
days ago.
immediately just for the horses. I, of course, could absolutely continue to go on. Yeah, but
Every time we do one of these checks, Firm is giving the horses some snacks.
yeah. I mean, they like it. Cinnamon loves it. Cinnamon's having actually a really good time.
So proud of
Yes,
her.
Cinnamon. I bet Cinnamon is.
Okay, yeah, there. We're too far for this. We're too far to keep pushing on. I'm just gonna sleep right here.
Are you sure?
Oh,
Can't help if we're dead.
counterpoint. One of the horses blows, and we're walking.
Firm looks to Ragnarok. He's like, he can pull.
Ragnarok looks at you and
Put the
goes,
horse where?
"I could. I could."
I didn't mean that like to sound so bad. I was trying to add the exhaustion tone and the irritableness.
I am
sounded
curious
so
how
hateful.
that sounded from inside your own head. That sound.
He was trying to add the irritableness of being exhausted. Stop, buddy.
I mean, we should stop, but only if, Ember, you think we can spare it.
We're gonna have to, because I can't keep going. The adrenaline is starting to wear off.
Yeah, you
All
see
right.
Ragnarok like stand up in the cart and says, I could do this." And they stand up and kind of like sway on their feet and have to grab hold of the side. They failed twice.
Jesus Christ, it has been 4 hours of not sleeping. What is wrong with y'all? Have you? I didn't know sleep was so important to all of you.
To be fair, we'd never pushed like this before.
The horses are pushing. We're sitting.
Yeah, most of y'all could still sleep.
Okay, wait. That is such a fair point.
Horses can't though. So, and I'm pulling to the side. So,
Okay. You see, Cinnamon looks like, I mean, they're tired, right? But they look okay. Pinecone, I think it was like
whiskey.
whiskey. Okay,
I have cinnamon and whiskey.
cinnamon
Where did
whiskey.
Pinecone
Whiskey
come from?
Whiskey is like wheezing. They have the froth at the mouth. It's yeah.
I to help with the wheezing. Damn. I will use create food and water. And
Yeah, that'll fix it.
I
Yep.
have a lot of feed for them, just so you know too.
Firm is exhausted, okay? Firm is not here for rationalities. And then he will use shape water to try and move the
Just
water to
30
the horse's
gallons
mouth.
of water on the ground that you just fire at a horse's face.
You can lead a horse to water, but you can't make it drink.
You can't make it, but you can lead
Worm
water
can.
to the horse.
You can basically place a fire hydrant underneath it, smash the top, and just see what happens. Some of it's gonna get in there, I think.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Oh wait,
I'll
to
tend
make
to
this-
them since I'm still up for a while, and then
Okay.
To make this better, Firm thinks he'll drink the water if he makes it into little horse shapes. So he makes the water into little horse
Oh my
shapes.
god.
Maybe try cubes or something. This isn't.
That's great.
all right, everyone get to bed.
I mean, we're doing watches, right?
So
Yeah.
you can sit down for a bit. I'll be up.
All right, wake me up for the second watch.
Wake me up before you go.
Okay, if you are doing watches, who is taking first watch?
Firm throws a hand up.
Keeping that fucking 5. Not doing nothing about it.
What are we rolling? Perception? Perception.
Roll perception, but you're also gonna roll con saves. It's DC 13.
And
And DC
And
14.
everything is disadvantaged.
Not the
Not
saving
saves,
throws.
just the
That's
ability
very
checks.
important.
Yeah, that comes later. If you have
Yeah.
3
Well,
levels of exhaustion. that
There's
comes.
more
There we
exhaustion.
go. That's okay. That's only my first level. I'm going to go
For
to
you.
sleep, and then it won't be an issue.
I still have one after this. I'm at 2.
Yeah, you know what? We'll let it be 2 hours because we did that for the travel as well for it. So just a single level of exhaustion. Well, an extra level or single level exhaustion gain depending where you are. Who is taking next watch?
I'll
Sounds
take
like
second
Zol.
watch. I'll probably take it alone, unfortunately, just because I don't think I'm gonna wake anybody else up.
Okay.
Oh, this is a dumb question, but a smart question. In the first watch, can Firm ritually cast his damn it. Now I feel like I have exhaustion. trying to remember the name of this spell. His tiny hut.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, it doesn't prevent you from doing that unless you had like severe exhaustion. Then it'd be potentially, thematically a problem, right?
As soon as he sees us all stand up, you just hit. It's like a stone falls over. Firm just hits the ground, out, head to the
Okay.
ground.
Okay. I'm gonna say I was gonna have additional exhaustion rolls for everyone else for the watches, but I think your little cat nap saves you from that. So I don't kill anybody with exhaustion right now for some ungodly reason. So next watch comes. Go ahead and make a perception check.
Yeah, I kill the light as well.
Cool.
And I go out and sit on top of the carriage, basically in the dark.
Okay.
Mage mask on.
Mage mask on. Just the noises of the wilds around you. You see eyes in the dark. Nothing eventful happens. Who takes last watch?
Ember Cat.
Yeah.
who would wake
I
up?
will. Because at that point, I've rested for 6 hours, right?
4 hours at that point.
Well, I meant.
Yeah.
Okay, good enough.
Yeah, I'd probably wake Ember up.
Yeah, whoever's on last watch, roll perception check.
Hey.
Hey.
The disadvantage for the exhaustion is offset by the advantage for the shield.
Hell yeah.
Nice.
You don't see anything. Nothing out of order. But just before the sun rises, you swear you hear movement in the underbrush, small animal, rabbit, fox, something like that. You catch the glint of eyes, red eyes in the dark, familiar to you now. You see them blink once, twice, and then they fade into the darkness. Can you make a wisdom saving throw for me?
Sure can.
Okay. Plus
Wait.
11?
Wait, what? That ain't right.
What is happening?
Whatever it is,
It's
you're
huge.
goated. You're goaded. Don't disagree.
That's definitely
Wait.
not right.
Wait, math still isn't mathing. 4 plus 5 is 9 plus 3.
Yeah, that
Oh,
should be
that-
+1, not +11. It's from the eye patch.
Hey, eye patch upgraded.
But
Your
all,
iPad.
like on all of my other saves, it's been +1, not +11.
I don't know. Okay, well, you rolled the 4. That's the intended roll. So what's the math?
Yeah. Subtract 10, so it's 13.
13. Okay.
9, 10, 11, 12. Yeah, it's 13.
Okay. Cool. That's all.
That's scary.
Morning comes. From everybody's long rest, you remove 1 level of exhaustion.
I'm gonna have the music box people play gentle wake up music.
Yeah, some soft music begins
Yeah.
to fill the air.
Lots of soft sounds.
Occasionally, you hear Kathy say, "Soft sounds,
Soft sounds.
soft, soft."
We'll build in speed as we go along.
Okay. I'll need Cal to roll for today's events.
Is it a D12?
Yes, a D12, sir.
Take it to the floor. Show us how you roll. Yeah.
Okay. That puts you. So you would have gone. Recalculate your additional travel time. Gets you. Y'all? Okay. And then 30 gets you. I think with your additional ride, we can put you in the city in the evening, arriving in the evening. Okay, you rolled a 10. Okay. You can see the city in the distance, right? So like Ember, you're probably feeling, whatever emotions you're feeling, but you can see your city now. About midday, you all see a small caravan traveling in your direction, coming from the city. As they come closer, and you're able to, make them out, you recognize the Bronze Voyage with Andre, Aaron, Hubert, the people that you had traveled with initially.
Holy shit.
They stop. Yeah, they stop the caravan as they you see the recognition on their faces. You see Aaron stand up on her cart. She jumps up and waves. Oh my god! We haven't seen you all in ages.
Yeah, we haven't been doing a lot of traveling north and south. How y'all doing?
Well, doing okay. Okay. We got the caravan fixed up and everything. Not a lot of good travel. I'm sorry, not a lot of good trade these days, but produce, vegetables, grain, all that stuff still sells. So, we've been making buy what we can. Man, what are you guys doing?
We're heading into Maras.
Yeah.
Oh. Oh. Yeah. Yeah, that's right. She points at you, Ember. You're from there, weren't you?
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. How long has it been since you've been home?
Like 2 weeks before I was with you guys.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Wait,
Well,
no, we came back after that. I lied. Hold on. I don't know.
you seem a little uncertain.
Part of that is I, Ted, have no concept. I
It's-
should, because there's a fucking calendar right here.
It's been a couple rough months.
Yeah, it's been a few months because you were out of time, technically, right?
Oh, right. There is that too.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's been a little while. It's been a bit. It's been two and a half, maybe even 3 months.
Oh.
I put an arm around Ember and sort of squeeze her close to me. Yes, we died.
Big grin.
It looks like it didn't take.
How's things with the caravan?
Oh, it's yeah, I mean, it's okay. It's okay, Wish things were better between, Maras and Bastion, but what can you do? It's just the way of things these days. So, mostly we've been just traveling between, the smaller communities and villages.
Have you been allowed inside Maras in the past month?
Well, not exactly. I mean, we were able to, bring some goods in, but I mean, they've locked that place up pretty tight. Pretty tight.
Did they ever tell you all why you can't come in?
It something with orders of the Sinku. They're just trying to keep everybody in Maras safe. So there's some kind of security concern they're working with. That's the most look. That's the most the guards told us anyway. We saw what we could, and otherwise, I mean, we're just gonna head back out and see if any of the other villages, can trade any of our goods. Have you guys stopped anywhere? Any good trades coming out?
What was the place that we helped not that long ago? Not the elves, but the other one with the constable.
Strathmore?
Yeah, that place.
Oh, Strathmore. Okay, I think I know where that spot's at. Yeah. You don't happen to know what it is that they're looking for, do you?
New sheriff.
Oh,
I-
that's none of
I-
my business. Okay, well, it's been great seeing you guys.
There. Do you have like building supplies? What are you transporting? That'll kind of give us some.
Oh well,
Context.
we got some oats, some barley. We actually she kind of like looks around a bit and she goes, "Yeah, I know you guys are, cool. We managed to got a little ore out of the city. I know a few people, so."
I'm sad she wasn't gonna offer us drugs just then, actually. Hell, well, is that something we need, Ember Prime?
Or no, but I'm sure that'll do well in Bastion.
Yeah, that's what
When you
we were
get there.
thinking. Just gotta, keep it on the down low, right? Yeah, this guy knows.
Yep.
Did you need building supplies? What do you need, like wood?
Well, I mean, not
Nails?
us, but there's an elven village along the way that could probably use some help after they had a no problem for a little bit, but it's resolved now.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah, we got ahead of that. It seemed we heard rumors about it. You said it. What do you mean it's taken care of?
We wiped him out.
Look around at everybody, yeah.
If I didn't know you, I'd say that you were, pulling my arm on that one. But I believe you.
Listen,
I believe you.
You got a killing rate for what I'm worth, all right?
Yeah. Hey, I mean, you're not looking to do any guard business right now, are you?
At the moment, we are on an informal contract.
I see. Well,
I'm
it's a
going home,
shame.
so I don't think you want to wait for me.
Well, good luck to you. Maras isn't what it was. It's still nice, but I don't know what's up with these cities anymore. Maybe it's time just to stay out in the wilds.
Stay safe, Aaron.
Hey, you all too. Stop dying, okay?
Yeah.
There's a yeah, and the other caravan continues on.
So far, so bad.
The evening arrives, and You do as well. There is a line of folk, some cart, some on, just bag on their back, waiting to get cleared into the city. Um, Not extremely abnormal, but the fact that they're like still doing it this late is a little odd. Um,
How
Waiting
far
in
back are
line,
we from this?
given the pace of the line, maybe an hour's wait.
Okay. Um, I will. I will cast invisibility on Kieran Jr. and send him up to the guard post or wherever they're, vetting people. And I just want to listen in a little bit.
Cool. Yeah. You send Kieran in invisible. They are not noticed by anybody. You see at the main gates, you see there's 4 guards in total. It seems there's 2 of them that are like interacting with the people trying to come in, and the other 2 seem to be just standing there for security. They have the portcullis is down, and as somebody is cleared in, like it raises up, allows them to pass, and then comes back down again. So they are like whatever they are doing, they are being very safe about it. Kieran Jr. lands. You see the guard is talking to um, this family, a family of 5 together, and they're just asking, "What's your name? What's your business?" Mm-hmm. All right. Where you coming from? All right. Mind if we take a look at your bags? They check the bags of the people, and then they're cleared in to go. Next, cart comes off. They're talking to him, asking the same kind of questions like, "What's your name? What's your business? What are you bringing anything into the city? Are you here for trade? Like, what's your reason for being here?" Um, One of them, the next family, they're cleared then to go in with the cart. Portcullis opens, comes down. The next group of people, um, same thing. You hear them mention Bastion, and they get pulled off to the side, and additional guards begin questioning them about the nature of their visit and where in Bastion are they from? What's their family name? That kind of like you can hear the interrogation is more intense for them. The next set of people cleared through. That's basically what is happening here.
Okay. Great. I will call Kieran back. I will relay that information to everyone. I will say, look, I don't seem very keen on letting anyone in that is even coming from Bastion. I can't imagine they'd be very pleased about letting me in at all. I think it's best if someone hold on to this, and I will just hold out the sentient portrait. Perhaps I should wait in here until we're through. You can just say you purchased it for an exorbitant price along your travels.
Okay. You sure? I mean, I'm from here. This is my home.
Yeah, but if we have a Bastion nobility, that may be inviting more questions than we can answer and still be allowed in.
Okay.
I mean,
That's a good
it's up.
solution, but
It's,
up to
it's
you.
it's your call. I mean, it's you. So it's your call. I got it. I got it. You're right. You're right.
I can carry it if you want me to.
Very well. I will snap Karen Jr. out of existence briefly, and I will step into the sentient portrait.
Okay. Cal appears in the portrait.
Only one
If
person can
we-
fit in the portrait, correct?
Correct.
Okay.
if we are to be interrogated, might be an unkind interpretation, but Ember, I think well enough we can ride on just visiting you and yours. But
Yeah.
in the event that they are asking more invasive questions, how should we go about answering?
Look, I mean, if I know them, it's going to be easier. But like, they've got to know who. Even if they don't know who I am, they've got to know who my dad is. There's no reason they should turn us away. I can vouch for everybody here.
All right, if you think so.
You hear a guard call out. You there. Next. You guys are up.
Yeah, we'll go forward. I think it'd be smart to have Ember and shotgun.
Bardic inspiration to Ember.
I will.
I like touch Ember's leg and give her guidance.
You from within the carriage whispering your
hand.
whisper, you state your magic, then get your hand on her, remembering that they probably won't like watching you do magic out in the open in this
I'm
in,
just
in
calling
general,
out
right?
good luck.
Yeah, for sure.
You know,
for sure,
girl.
for sure. Yeah. Cool. You're called up. You see the two guards there, both look you over. The two manning, standing guard. The one guard looks at you and says, "State your names and purpose for visit."
Ember Fireforge, I'm coming home.
Ember Fireforge.
Yep. Fireforge Bakery, best on Main Street. No, on Main Street, best in town. You know the drill. You get there. I know you.
I'm afraid I haven't been there. I'm aware of the bakery, but I heard it's been closed.
Yeah, apparently that's a real recent thing. So I'm here to figure out what's going on. Talk to my dad.
Okay.
Should I just call him? He's a praetor.
I mean, maybe we might need him. The Praetors.
I mean, probably he's been retired for a while for pretty good reason. So
Mhm. And your all names?
Rainier Catterfeld.
Zal.
Firm. I'm still have a level of exhaustion. Firm is like a fermentation of the flavorful Titan.
He kind of takes a step and looks you over. Your friend, all right? You been
Sorry.
drinking?
no, we've been it's been some rough roads. Rough roads. Cleared out the null problem.
Wasn't aware there was a null problem.
Well, now you are. Can I go home now, please?
You're coming home.
Yep.
Who are these people? Where are they coming from?
These are my friends. Friends of my family, actually. We've been through here before, although it was Oh boy, 3 months ago.
I see. Oh, you've been no hunting in that time. 3 months of it.
No, not 3 months of it. Like, how long has it been since we did that? Like 3 days, 4 days?
2 days?
No,
I think.
we've been traveling a lot. Look, you
Oh,
can check with Smolder of Ragnarok. What was the name of that village?
It doesn't have a name. It's just a commune of elves.
You can check with Smolder of the Commune of Elves.
The two guards look at each other, kind of share a nod, and go, "All right. We just have to check your bags, and then you guys should be okay to clear in."
Check us for what? What's going? Like, I know it's been a while since I've been home, but like, what is going on? What is all this shit?
These are just security precautions to keep the city safe. All right,
Yep.
we're on the lookout for anything dangerous as well as any collaborators.
Collaborators. Collaborators of what?
Anybody that wishes to harm Maras. I'm assuming you're aware of the destruction of Karakara.
Heard about it.
Right. As we all have. Things are very dangerous out there. The Sindku has declared that security is the utmost importance right now to protect our city. So, may I look through your belongings to see if you're bringing in anything dangerous?
Yeah, I'm not withholding. I'll let them look through my shit.
Firm's not withholding, but he eagerly encourages them to read his cookbook, which is technically a spell book, but every spell is reworded as recipes.
Yeah. The very first thing I will hand over or make available to them are the mithril crafting tools and my mithril baker's stamp. I am using my Respect of the Stout Folk background feature, which is in there somewhere. Got it put in the
Okay, yeah.
entire background.
Yeah, it's at the bottom. We
Why?
got it. Yeah.
Oh, that's
okay.
a mess.
That's great. Okay.
Oh God.
As well as respected among clan crafters, no one esteems them so highly as dwarves. You have free room and board in any place where shield dwarves or gold dwarves dwell, and the individuals in such a settlement might vie among themselves, determine who can offer you and possibly your compatriots the finest accommodations and assistance.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
They begin checking your bags, right? One by one, they're asking you to step out of the carriage, please. They're just looking over, they're not taking weaponry from you, right? People are armed in the world, right? That's not what this is about. They're checking your bags, every now and then, your cookbook, right? You're explaining it, you have one of the guards distracted with your cookbook business. The other one is going through some stuff, right? With Ragnarok, it's like weapon after weapon after, right? It's like the police academy bit where the guns just keep coming out. They're looking over things. Right when they're about to get to what is probably the most dangerous thing for them to find, which would be any ciphers, right? Which would be likely the a cause for real concern. You have presented your tools, right? And one of another. There's so many of you. Some of the other guards have come over. You see, one of them is looking over these tool sets. You start to get a little hassled here, as some of the things you have are quite dangerous, or magic items often brim with magic. You can hold something and know this is magic, right? You will have a ton of shit, right? So it's there's a lot of eyes on you. There's more guards that are stepping out because effectively you are an armed assault force, right? I mean, when you think about it. There's tension in the air, and you can feel that man, one wrong thing here could go badly for everyone, right? As that tension is kind of filling, you're glancing around, looking. You see one of the guards has the bag that ciphers are in. They're about to open it, and you hear you can hear footsteps approaching. Not a group of them, but singular, kind of pounding into the ground and stone here. Heavy metal. You see stepping through one of the doors a fully armored praetor. They have full helms. You don't see who is in the armor, but it's not as extreme as like a 40K space marine, but like that's like the vibe is like shit, right? They step out, take a few steps forward, kind of look at the group that is here, why there's so many of them, and they speak. And when they speak, their voice has a bit of a obfuscation, like almost like a stormtrooper kind of helmet, where it's like clearly muffled by the metal, but also projected somehow. You hear them say, "What's the problem here? What's the holdup?" One of the guards looks and says, "Well, there's a lot of them, and they have a lot of dangerous materials. I mean, look how many weapons they're carrying. They have an incredible assortment of arcane material here as well." And you see the Praetor step forward towards the guard that is holding your mithril hammer and your adornment. He looks down at it and looks at you. You can't see the eyes, but Ember, you can feel their gaze on you. They turn back to the guard and says, "Don't you know who that is? It's the child of the mountain. Let him pass." They turn back towards you, Ember. You see them give you a nod. And they turn and walk back through the door. The guards all kind of look at each other. You see the one that has the bag with the ciphers, like his hand is like in the opening. He just is like frozen watching what's happening. And the guard that has your hammer and everything walks up to you, hands it to you, and says, "Sorry for the delay. You are all welcome to pass through. But be careful in the city, all right? Make sure you keep the peace. And if you see any collaborators, if you see something, say something." The guard with the ciphers pulls his hand out, just closes the bag, hands it to you. All your belongings are returned, and the portcullis opens as the guards disperse out, and they begin calling the next people.
Well, Ember Prime, Child of the Mountain, Divider of Red Tape.
That is a hell of a title, by the way. Child of the Mountain.
I just want to confirm, Sean, Ember Prime has never been called Child of the Mountain before, right?
A lot of people don't say it to your face, but like you are okay, you are the only fire genasi in this world.
Got it.
So like you come out of like you are seen as both blessing and curse depending on the viewpoint of the person, right? Your birth into the world, right? No matter what it brings, you are from the mountain, you are of the mountain.
It is a truly badass title, I must say.
Yeah. Like I said, we used to all be born underground, but they don't really do that anymore, except my mom. My mom is old school. So, sealed up part of the mine. Didn't even let my dad near. All right, let's just get the fuck out of here.
You begin to head in. The portcullis, you can hear the clink, 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 clink of the chain behind you. The questions as well. Cal, you feel a weight land on your shoulder as Kieran just instinctively comes back, lands with you. As you enter into Maras, the pitter-patter of rain begins to fall across the stones as your horses clomp, clomp, clomp. You head into the town. The town is lit. Not as many people out at the moment. The rain is beginning to drive some away. You're making your way through. As you progress through the city, it is very clear that like there are guarded patrols walking and walking the city. The guards are out in force here. You see some people are stopped by some of these guards. They're stopped on the edge of the road. The guards encircle them, begin questioning them, looking through their belongings, letting them go. You see some people that are being arrested as you're passing through the city. You hear cries of, "I didn't do anything. I swear I didn't do anything. I'm not a collaborator." And you hear some of the guards say, "Yeah, well, that's not up to us, is it?" There is a heavy enforcement of law and control in the city. Where is it you would like to go?
Unless there is anyone stopping her, Ember Prime is heading straight for home.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm just going where you tell me.
Yeah, cart moving through. Nobody seems to stop you, though. Like, as you're making your way, occasionally you pass a corner. There's a set of two guards, and they just watch the caravan make its way through. You see, there are businesses you recognize that probably should be open right now that aren't. Not a lot, but you notice it because you lived here, right? And as you approach home, it's in the evening. The bakery would be closed by now anyway. As you sidle the carriage up and get out, you can see that there is a sign on the door to the bakery. And painted on the signage that says "closed until further notice." And you see lights on in the living quarters above.
I am 50 years old. This has never closed. And then she'll just go upstairs.
I'll hitch up and help everyone else out. Follow.
All right. You all climb out of the carriage into the pouring rain, making your way. It's like is it spiral steps or is it just one set of steps that go upward?
The stairway goes around two sides of the building, as I remember.
Okay, cool. So
If
it
I
kind of
remember
spirals
correctly.
around a little bit. Cool.
Yeah.
You follow the stairs up. Ember, you enter first. As you enter in, you can see that your mother's standing there in the kitchen. You see that there's a pint of ale full to the brim just sitting on the countertop, and she has her hands near the sink, and the sink is empty. And she's just like, hands are on the countertop, knuckles white. You can see like the wood stressing under the strength of her hands a bit, and she's just like staring out the window. She doesn't even notice that you've like opened the door here.
I'm home. We're home. We're here.
Her head snaps, her eyes go wide. She just bounds towards you. Her heavy, dense weight creaking the wood, grabs hold of you, pulls you, picks you up tight. You can kind of hear your armor a little as she is gripping you tighter than she's ever held you.
It started with "Hey, Mom, it's Ember Prime."
I knew you were coming. I knew you were coming, but I just. And she pulls away, kind of gets her eyes on you. Let me look at you. Let me look at you. Have you gotten. You look strong. You look good.
Thank you. Adventuring works pretty well. A little stronger, a little tougher. What's going on here? I know I haven't been home in a while, but this is what? I barely recognize the place.
There's a few candles kind of lit around the space, but it's not super bright as it normally is, as she's the only one here at the moment. Um, uh, she looks up and then can see the rest of you making your way inside. She says, "Oh, good. You've brought your friends. That's good. That's good. Come in. Come in. Come in. Um, I'm sorry. I'm a little frazzled at the moment. I can get uh drinks for everyone. Drinks for everyone. Give me just a moment, and then I'll.
Don't
I'll
worry about that. Don't worry about any of that. Do you remember Rainier? Actually, that's it. You remember Rainier. Cal will be here shortly. You remember Cal. This is Ragnarok, and this is Firmament, and this is Zal. Everybody, this is my mom. This is her name is Riswin. You can call her Riswin or Riss. That also works.
Riss is just fine. Riss is just fine.
It is lovely to meet you, Riss.
She nods and says, let me get drinks for our friends and I will answer your questions. As she's getting the drinks, she says, your father, as I assume that you've figured out through your blessings, is not here. And you can see, looking around, the stand, the mannequin where his armor would be set, is empty of it. It is just the base that holds everything. And she's gathering cups, pouring from a cask. She says, apparently, Maras has need of him. After all these years, they finally have need of him all of a sudden. Doesn't tell me where he's going, can't tell me what he's doing. She comes back, hands a pint of ale to everybody. See, she has hers, but is not drinking it. I don't know what's going on in my own city anymore.
Okay, I will find out. I will find him. I will figure out what he's doing. Has anything actually happened here in the last couple months? Any sort of anything to justify all this security? Have there been any attacks or cults or
There've been supposed attacks on the city or threats that have been stopped. I mean, nobody's done anything. I mean, the monolith obviously in Karakara is a problem, but I mean, all this started. This all started weeks and weeks ago. It was slow at first, just extra guards, and now it's collaborators and dissenters. Anybody who questions the will of the Sinku.
okay. We are probably gonna need to try to talk to him. I told, oh God, I told Dad. Maybe that's why this is going on. There is an army coming from Bastion. Something to do with the cessation of trade. I know I've already asked if you know what the hell's going on with that. I don't imagine that anything has gotten anything
Yep.
else has happened in that regard. So
Believe me, if I knew what was happening, I'd try to maybe do something about it. I mean, this trade embargo, I mean, it's not exactly doing great for us as well.
yeah, I kind of figured that.
You said there's an. Are you saying Bastion sent their militia?
Part of it. I don't think it's hell. I don't know what's going on with that. I just know they're on their way. And the Knolls moved south. Apparently, we ran into a bunch of those.
Knowles?
Yeah. Okay. Not helping. I'm not helping. I mean, okay.
Mom, good to see you. How's it hanging?
She
Cal
turns.
gives her a big hug.
um, even in her frustrated state, you see like she relaxes a little bit here. This moment of respite from the tension of it all. She gives you a hug back and says, "Oh, I remember you."
Oh, yes.
Very-
Oh,
very-
things are tense here. Oh, look, an ale. Might I have that?
She hands you hers and says, "Please, I just don't find myself in the mood tonight."
Oh, well, let's see if we can't change that. Look, we brought your lovely lady back home.
I know. Thank you all for keeping her safe.
Oh, well, yeah, I mean, we did bring her home, but I think she kept us safe as much as the other. Other than me, I mean, I
Jeez.
keep everyone safe.
Severely more capable than many of us can comprehend.
Profoundly.
That's my girl. You said you wanted to try to speak to the Sinku. I don't know how you would even approach such a thing. You know, I tried after you told me that there was danger in the mines. What was the danger in the mines?
So before we all moved to Maras,
Honey, we've always
Oh,
been
boy.
in Maras.
well, I don't mean us. I mean us. Does the arms wide sort of spin around? There's something deep. There are some very, very angry somethings down there, and we broke into their realm, and they did not take it well, and the reprisal was awful, and we had to. That's why we're here in Maras instead of our old homelands hundreds of years ago. I found what was that? What was the name of that village? Shit. The little where we found the rock things.
In the town of Krua.
Krua.
Krua. Yeah, in Krua. We found an old dwarven vault. Got some answers I didn't really like, but such is life. And that was one of them.
Oh, hold on. You're saying that the exodus from Kirathun to the founding of Maras was because we dug too deep and encountered things in the.
Yep. An entire civilization underground. Yep. They did not like it. And
I mean, there's.
the war did not go well for us.
Well, I suppose not, if that's what happened.
Yeah. If I had way more time, I would try to go to Kirathun and take a look around, get some proof. But with everything going on in Karakara and here and Bastion, I don't have time. We don't have time. Well, we'll get to it though.
There were always stories, when we're going deep on deep dives. The most valuable minerals are in the deepest parts of the mountain. And I mean, sometimes there's all manner of fungus down there that you sniff it or taste it. I mean, it causes cave madness, you hallucinate. People have always talked about seeing things.
We did not lose an entire civilization to cave madness.
Have you ever had cave madness?
No.
It's not great. I mean, it's not that bad, but it's not great.
Is it abandon your entire civilization and flee into the mountains, Dad? Because that's what happened.
Okay, that's probably. I mean, it's not. No, I wouldn't say
Okay.
that.
Well, yeah, there we go. Okay. Damn, I know what this is. Okay, well,
Look, I'm glad you're here. All right. It sounds like you. I mean, it sounds like you want to get involved in everything that's happening, and I don't want to tell you no, but I don't want you to.
for what it's worth, I don't really want to either, but unfortunately, I'm already sort of up to my bangs in it.
Okay, so
Look, I'm happy to tell you most everything.
I'm your mother. I brought you into this world. Mountain be damned, okay? You'll tell me everything, and then if I can help, I will.
Not be damned.
Okay, but before that, what time is it's evening time, midday?
Yeah. It's early evening, like 7-ish.
Okay. Before that, let us get settled. We can't. This isn't big enough for everybody. We'll find somewhere, and we'll come back. We'll drop off our stuff. I will try to contact Dad, figure out where he's at, what's going on. Actually, I can do that right now. I will cast Sending, just standing right there.
Okay.
Hey, Dad, it's Ember Prime. I'm home. Bakery's closed. Never seen that before. Don't like that. Where are you? What's going on? You can tell me.
Sorry, little Spark. I can't tell you. Keep your mom safe.
She holds up one finger to everybody around her. I will cast Sending again. Hey, Dad. Me again. Tell me where you are. Don't make me come find you, because I will. Want to know you're okay.
Do we hear what Ember's saying?
Good question, Ember. Do we hear what it is that you were saying?
I don't know how the
I
spell
have
works.
no. Yeah, I would say I know that message can only be heard by the recipient,
Yeah.
but sending,
I
on
think
the other hand,
I think
is
you can
just
choose because
that.
it could be in your mind or you could be saying it out loud, right?
So message, you do have to say it. That's part of it. But for sending, you send a short message. So it can be.
Could just be mind to mind.
It could be
Could-
telepathic.
yeah, I think it's your decision. How it works.
Yeah, this would probably start off telepathic, although the the expression on her face is darkening real fast.
You get a response back. And Spark, you are breaking my heart right now. I can't do this. I'm safe. Do not come looking for me.
Had a light bulb moment. Sorry.
He says he's safe. I will figure out where he is tomorrow.
Of course he's safe. He's in his armor.
Mommy
And
has
the-
one leg. If they're calling up a predator who Dad's never been good on the peg leg, ever.
I don't think you've ever seen your father in his armor.
Probably not. No, I don't think he ever took it off that rack in 50 years. I mean, he cleaned it on the rack.
No, he didn't. That thing has stayed there, on that rack, under a sheet. I don't know what it is that they could be calling him in for.
I'll find out. Don't you worry. I'll find out.
Oh. But might I make a suggestion? Perhaps in the next time you reach out, inquire as to whether or not he knows or is looking for Rue.
I
You hear
can
that's-
do.
You hear your mother speak. Who's Rue?
We'll get to that. Oh boy, I have a third level slot left.
Fireball?
Yes.
Sadly, I do not get that spell. Oh.
Team Fireball.
Hi again. Have information, stuff that's going on. If you're in town and looking for a potentially masked guy named Rue, can help you out. Tell me what you're doing. Love you, bye.
I just turned to Wrench, two big
Charisma
thumbs up and a
6,
shit-eating
baby.
grin.
You hear a response back from your dad. The first is just a sigh of not annoyance, but like resignation, right? Of like, this, I raised you this way.
This is my blood, unfortunately.
I have,
This is partly my fault.
yeah, I have done this to myself. He says, Spark, I'm not in town, and I can't tell you what I'm doing or where I'm going. Just know that I love you and your mother very much. And do not come looking for me.
I will use my 4th level slot.
I love this.
I swear on this mountain, if you are engaging that army from Bastion, I will kill you and everyone there, and then bring you home to Mom, where you belong.
This has nothing to do with Bastion.
That's good at least. All right,
Listen.
nothing to do with Bastion. He's good. He's safe. I'll figure out what's going on tomorrow. I can't call him anymore tonight, which I'm sure he's glad about.
Bring, bring.
All right, let us get a place. Let me get everybody settled, and then we'll talk.
Your mom looks at you and says, I mean, we can make room.
Don't want to impose.
Please.
We all squeezed into your place, Rainier, so
It's
y'all
not
are
an
comfortable
imposition.
doing it here.
Yes,
We have
and
plenty of blankets and pillows. There's room on the couch. Your father's not here. Here, look, you all can take the bedroom. I'll find room here. In one of the chairs. It's fine. We have room for everyone.
I
What?
mean, I do hate to be the burr in the lube, but based on what we've seen outside, I don't know that I could walk the streets freely.
Well, there's Dragonborn here.
You don't think anyone here would recognize me as a Clef Tintilar?
I don't even know who that is.
Yeah, say Ember looks at the ground awkwardly.
Maybe do take off the shiny cloak, though.
Give me
It's-
that
we
box
can
back.
all- we-
Just sadly hand the box back.
We can try again tomorrow, is all.
I mean, you do stand out with that cloak. He does have a point if you're trying to, be subtle about it.
Well, that's
don't
why
think- I
I've
don't
got the
think
bear
that's
cloak on over top of it.
I've been meaning to ask about that. I think it's making it worse.
All right, we'll try again 2 days from now.
While we're at it, I think it makes it feel like you're trying to hide the shiny cloak, which is a strange sort of.
Excellent point.
Okay.
I put the bear cloak
All
on
day-
and I put the shiny cloak on over it.
4 days sound good.
Ma'am, as a point of interest, do you feel those of us who may stick out a little bit more around here would be safe to be walking around the streets on our own without inquiry?
You're asking Amber's mom?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Just being formal.
Yeah. Well, I think that if you look like you belong, right, and aren't drawing any attention to yourselves, then you'd probably be able to walk around okay. But she looks at the group of you. You all kind of cut a path, If you're with Ember, you'll mostly be okay.
Simply have some business with one of the chapels in town. Shouldn't take too long, and it can wait until tomorrow if it needs to. Just something on.
I need to swing by a couple places tomorrow, so if you don't mind waiting till tomorrow, we can all grow. We can all go as a group.
Yeah, I think
She,
at least in pairs we're off in a better way.
She nods and says, "Oh, that's probably safe, but honestly, you look. I don't mean this the wrong way, but like you could blend in a crowd, not be noticed."
Fair enough.
maybe just hide that. And she's like gesturing towards the giant crossbow.
It don't really fit nowhere else.
I don't know, maybe like a bigger cloak or.
He just, like, on its strap, just shuffles it farther under. It does not help.
Yeah. Mostly you'll be okay, right? It's just if you stand out a bit too much, the guards might just stop and question you. That's all. It's not like any of you guys have anything to hide.
Okay, so about that, Ember Prime will sit down and basically go over everything that's happened since leaving here on the way to Bastion the first time.
Holy shit.
Leaving out the part about dying.
Oh.
Everybody dying. Nobody died in this entire trip.
What detail exactly? For those of us that weren't there for some of the events.
I mean, as much as I can remember, obviously post Karakara, Ember Prime was, a little out of it for a little bit, so I don't remember much of the trip between Karakara and Bastion for some reason. Who could ever say? And there was certainly no deal with a demon. That did not happen either. Those things are just glossed over.
Okay. And interdimensional travel?
No, that's full details other than bubble.
The violence?
The bubble incident.
The bubble incident.
To be clear, that all of the inciting incidents for the monolith at Karakara.
Yeah, I think so. Going down to see and meet Safety, and going into the old tech place and the fucking subway. It wasn't actually a subway, but that
the big subway train monster.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it sounds like everything up until current events, minus any death or the bubble incident.
Pretty much, yeah.
In terms of our collective meta knowledge.
Okay.
Yep. Just gonna fill in all those details.
Your mom at the end of it says, "I need a drink now."
when I get to the part about Kresk, other than asking the questions, I leave off the part where it definitely siphoned some of my life force away.
Gotcha.
I just say that it was draining, so we didn't keep asking questions. Krua, not Kresk.
Yep.
That's tomorrow.
Yep. I was like, that's not, like, I don't have them in my notes. What the fuck is... Oh, wait.
That's my bad.
Yeah, your mom makes, certain remarks here and there. Like, there's times where she's excited, and then times where she's obviously very worried and concerned, and then confused and asking questions. When you mentioned the Krua again and the thing, she's like, where is Krua? I've never even heard of that. You said there's dwarven stuff in Krua?
That's not in Krua, but it's in a whole vault thing under the ground.
South of Bastion, a settlement, and the vault was fairly far from the city.
No, I didn't know our people for that spread out. Strange. I mean, that's not in any of our histories or anything. I mean, obviously, because apparently nobody even knew about it, but...
Yeah, I mean, it's definitely ours. It's definitely dwarven, because these, gesturing to the mithril tools, were needed to access it all. And
You don't think the dwarves are the ancients, do you? I mean, it kind of makes sense, right? I mean, we've always been crafters, so what if we built the monolith? We just don't know it.
Ooh,
I think that it's possible, but I feel like it's more than just us, the ancients.
Yeah.
We all have this weird knowledge in our heads now, and if it was just us, it doesn't make sense that anyone else would get it. So and things are activating, waking up. That
Let me
just
let me see one of them.
one of
One of the
I'll
ciphers.
give her a cipher.
Yeah, she what do you give?
The only one I have is the retriever one, so she can look at that.
Oh, I think you said you attach part like it's like two pieces, right? One is on your crossbow.
Yeah, I can
Yeah.
unclip it so she can see it's two pieces.
Cool, yeah. She just is like turning it over in her hands, looking it over, right? Like just marveling at like space tech, right? Space tech that looks old. And then she's like, okay, so you're saying that you throw that thing in the ocean and then activate this somehow and it just appears.
So long as within 10 miles.
And it's not magic?
Well, it sort of is. In so much that magic is a force that has little to practically explain itself.
She hands it back to you. Whew. You all are in some shit.
Yep.
Just be careful. When you're digging deep into things that don't want to be pulled out, you got to put up a lot of supports, or else it all comes tumbling down. Well, this has all boggled my head. I am gonna turn in for the night, I think. Remember, you're staying here?
yeah, I think we all are.
All right. She stands up, gives you another hug, leans down and sniffs. You have got to take a bath and clean that armor.
Hey, I tried to run here, so sorry for wanting to get here quickly, I guess.
She just smiles at you. Just shares that moment with mother and daughter. Turns and just nods at each of you and says, "Well, don't stay up too late. Sounds like you all have a lot of work ahead of you." You see, she goes into one of the rooms next door and just settles into what looks to be a very comfortable chair with a blanket, and just you can slowly begin to hear her begin snoring. For you all, it's still like, I mean, even with the story talking to her, it's like 9:30, so the evening is still yours to explore. But I think that's what we'll call session. That way you all can think about what it is you want to do, either this evening or waiting to the next day.
ooh.